What's up, guys? John the voiceover guy here from boomflow.com with another On the Farm video. So we're out here in the cantaloupe patch, and as you can see, the vines kind of suck. I guess it's due to too much rain and then too cool of temperature. It's kind of been a bad year for the garden, to be honest. Like yeah, it's been an interesting one. You can see there's lots of cantaloupe, but the vines are all dying off and they're still green. So I think we've gotten a total of 4 cantaloupe out of this entire patch, which is a lot less than we normally should get. You can see that one there was a little rotten. And, you know, when you throw them, like this one right here is still green, but yeah. So being that the vines are dead, yeah, I don't know what to really say. It's just been a bad year for gardening, I guess, down there. And the potatoes were good. The asparagus was good. The strawberries were pretty good, I guess. So really, I guess it hasn't been that bad of a year. But the cantaloupe have been just really bad. So you can see this one here. Dad's gonna kind of check it out. So you can smell them. If they smell real good, that means they're pretty ripe. So I forget what he did with that one. Gave it to somebody. But like this one here, it's green and it's split on the end. So when I chuck it, it pops open, which means it's no good. So it's just kind of a disappointing year for cantaloupe, which isn't a big deal to me because I don't really eat the cantaloupe. I do enjoy growing them and picking them and whatnot, but like this one here, you can tell obviously it's moldy, it's nasty. So when you throw it, it pops apart. The farther gone that they are, the more they kind of pop, and it's kind of funny. You can see here the soybeans, back where we measured them, they're starting to ripen. It is time, I guess, and as you can see, they are absolutely loaded with soybeans. 3 beans pretty much in every pod, and I did open it up, I just didn't show it, but they're pretty good sized beans. So, we put the disc together. Tupelo, my brother-in-law, came down to the farm this particular Sunday, and helped us put the disc back together. So it is ready to go. You can see we don't have scrapers on. I'm not sure if we're actually going to put scrapers on or if we're going to try to run scraperless. You need the scrapers in wetter conditions. Your disc blades will tend to build up with dirt, but ideally we wouldn't be disking in wet conditions, so we shouldn't have too much of an issue with it. Oh, so Dad told me to go ahead and disc the cantaloupes in, so no more cantaloupe. That's kind of been our motto this year, just like, you know what, YOLO, get it done. Got with the corn. The corn was a horrible year for corn with deer damage. So we just decided, you know what, instead of feeding the possums, let's just go ahead and get it done and be done with it, basically. So that's exactly what I did. I broke out the disc and on the 995 and got her done. So you can see that the GoPro is on the magnet mount and it keeps moving. Well, ever since we plowed it under that time, and on the farm, I think episode 1, I have like a piece of wire. Well, I attached it to the chain that you can see up there in the top left, just barely. That's like the sway chain that connects to keep it from the arms from swaying too much, you know? So I just didn't think about every time I would attach that piece of wire to that chain. That is the chain that keeps the arm from swaying back and forth too much, as well as with their sway arms on the outsides. But it's double, you got chain and sway arms. And every time you raise that up, obviously the chain goes up with it, and then it would pull on the GoPro. I'm like, wow, that GoPro is vibrating quite heavily, considering that it's on the magnet mount. So as you can see, we're just gonna keep disking in the cantaloupe. We got the new notched disc blades on the front. That was kind of the whole reason we ripped the disc apart in the first place. When we bought this disc, we bought it used from an equipment dealer in a different town, and we ripped it apart then, and we put all new bearings on it. And so we had already ripped into this thing once, and then we just thought, okay, we'll use the regular disc blades that are on the front. It works quite well, but for what we're wanting to do with chopping up the pumpkin vines, we just figured the notched disc blades on the front would be the way to go. And after just one pass on the cantaloupe, I would say it's working quite well. Now, when it comes time to do the pumpkin patch, we will actually be disking it multiple times to really chop it up, because we're going to try not to plow this fall. It just gets us too much loose dirt, and it's not so easy to be planting our rye in there right away this fall. We are going to plant rye this fall instead of planting oats in the spring like we did this year. We just like to try new things. So remember way back when we picked our potatoes, when we dug our potatoes, I said I would keep you guys updated on the vines. So the vines have been just kind of laying in the garden, and Dad decided, with Tupelo's help, which Tupelo is my brother-in-law, if you guys did not know that, to go ahead and burn the vines. This is pretty much all that was left of the vines. They, rot away and start reducing down pretty quick. And so all those potato tops that you saw back earlier in the summer, this is pretty much all that was left. And they got the torch out and got it done, right? And nothing better than a little fire. It's not a good one, but it'll work, you know? Alright, so now we switch to mounted on the disc here. Notch displays at the bottom of the screen, regulars in the back. And I sped this footage up a little bit. Obviously, I'm not going across the garden going 90 miles an hour. Sped the footage up because there's a lot of it. And I thought it was kind of neat, so I figured I'd leave it in. So I will be back when we are done with the disc. And enjoy the disc footage, and I'll talk to you in a minute. Alright guys, did you enjoy that disking footage? I know I did. So there's the turnips, they're doing quite well. This is the side of the garden where the potatoes and the corn were. And I went ahead and disked all that up. And then we go the cheesy star wipe over to the other side where the cantaloupe were. And it's one pass, so it's not the best. But if you did 2 passes, it would be a whole lot better. But it'll start, the cantaloupe are all broken up and it'll start rotting away. Instead of feeding the possums, because possums love cantaloupe, if y'all didn't know that. And on their way out of the farm, I was like, Dad, drive by the pumpkins, so I could film it out the window. So those are the latest pumpkins that we planted. They're doing pretty good. All the pumpkins are doing alright. That cool weather with rain kinda hurt the centers a little bit with some fungus and whatnot, but it pretty much happens every year, so it's not a concern. And as you can see, there's the corn, And it's pretty much all ready to go. Our neighbors were picking this day. They picked a couple patches, and I expect this corn to disappear shortly here. Be sure to hit that like button for more. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Toodles.